All right, this is Chaotic Crypto, where we defy tyranny. It's my first, upload in a while. I've been doing a couple of just check-ins and community commentary, really just price watching, a couple of car uploads. I'm sorry it's been a while for those that have been watching me and following me. I do appreciate it. Bitcoin's just been on a rip. It's been on a huge rip, and it's been pretty exciting. But we're going to kind of dive into this and really see what's going on here in the charts and kind of get an idea of what I think is going to happen, what most likely things are to happen. But Bitcoin dominance, I guess, actually skyrocketed. I thought we were going to pull back or consolidate for a little while, get boring. Hopefully, that's my hope. My fear is that this cycle is going a lot faster, and if it goes faster, that means it might maybe ends faster as well. I don't want to see that. I really don't. So we're going to kind of delve into this, see what's happening. We still have a couple more days till the end of the month. Well, one more day, actually. And that will tell us a lot. If we close at these higher levels above 60K, we're going to maybe even keep on going up and break all-time highs for the halving next month. Personally, I want a rejection tomorrow. I want a strong rejection and get back into like 50K. And then we can consolidate for a month or two before the halving and have a healthier cycle. I don't mean to be kind of bearish and negative about it, but I want a healthy cycle. I don't want an unhealthy cycle. So let's see how this goes. Oh, the Bitcoin dominance, where is that? Yeah, 54. So we broke back out of this, I guess, sort of holding pattern wedge. Target is 56, 58%, maybe 60%. But I think that'll probably be close to the end. I think 58 to 60% will be the max that we'll see Bitcoin dominance. But either way, it's still like the altcoins are still at really pretty good. They're pretty good buying zones. I mean, Algorand's still very low. I mean, we haven't really started ripping on any of these things yet. Atom still we're still in consolidation. It's all been about Bitcoin. Ethereum though is starting to run. Though today's big run with Bitcoin actually got a rejection on the Bitcoin Ethereum pair, but we're pretty much testing this previous level, and this is telling you the strength of Bitcoin to Ethereum. And when this thing starts ripping, that means Ethereum and the altcoins will start running as well. So more likely that this was probably the last push for Bitcoin. I think it's possible that we go back down, but we're going to consolidate on this. Ethereum is running, though, pretty good. But we could still get rejection here and come back down to like 2,100. So you got to be ready for that, 21 to 2,600. And I'm kind of getting ready to I want to deploy more capital into here, but I can't do that yet. At least on my longs. I'm closing a lot of my longs. See, we're basically in oversold. We're in overbought territory right now, and how far it goes, I do not know. I mean, we're clearly in a bull market, but I think we might get still another scare. It may happen after the halving next month. But March, a lot of people are very cautious in March, the Ides of March. I think we're probably going to get some diciness in March. Let's see here. ICP. Yeah, so a lot of the altcoins are still pretty quiet. Let's see. Actually, Near Protocol is looking pretty juicy. Near went all the way up to, I think, like 450. It's back to 380 right now. It's not a bad spot to grab some Near Protocol. Ontology is kind of consolidating. I really want to see Ontology move, but there's just not much of a narrative around it right now. Synthetics is holding strong. So, again, what's going to happen with a lot of these altcoins as we continue on? I think the whole Bitcoin ETF, the markets, traditional markets getting into Bitcoin, that's just the beginning. It's just really the beginning to get all the big investors to see the legitimacy of blockchain and cryptocurrency technology. It's just the beginning, and I think everything is going to converge into itself. I think everything is going to be powered by blockchains. It's the Internet 3.0, right? So it's just the next layer of how things are going to run. It's going to be better for mankind, truancy, settlement, transparency. Everything's going to be better. Data preservation, resistance to data manipulation, just like everything that the dystopian nightmare we've been living basically the last 20 years, especially the last 3 or 4 years, it'll calm that. I don't think it'll change what humans are, but I think it will change. It will help. Theta to me is looking very strong. This thing is going to start ripping. I'm at least all-time highs, but I think Theta could be, yeah, it could be $100 coin. I mean, it could be one hell of a mover. I think it's supposed to help with data streaming, video streaming, that type of thing. But let's look at Bitcoin again, just a little bit closer. So I didn't even realize I made some of these previous, I guess I was doing, Elliott wave counts to see where we would go. And this is the scenario that I was hoping for was another drop to here. But the scenario we're at is this one. And we may go basically to all-time high and then fall back down for the next few months. I can see it going into April, May. Maybe we fall down. It could go down to 37K. And I'm not going to even say that 30K is out of the question right now. I mean, I think that could happen. If we come all the way down to here and then just get a quick wick over the next few months, that would be your opportunity to get in. Now, that's assuming we're going to consolidate and fall down and have a healthier cycle. But if we start busting up out of this thing, we're going to have a left translation, which is a quicker cycle, and we'll probably end of this year or 1 year from now, early spring next year. And again, that is not what I want. It's not what a lot of people want. We want things to cool down. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all transpires. Look at the total market cap. Total market cap's looking pretty healthy. 2.1 trillion. Basically, our support is at 2 trillion. Strong support at 1.5 trillion. I don't think we're going to go below that. I mean, that would be reaching into another bear market. I think very likely 2 trillion now is it could be our support. I mean, we could come on down to 1.5 if in a bad situation. But again, I think overall, a lot of these altcoins are still juicy. There's still a good time to buy. But I will say, I texted some people close to me. I was like, Bitcoin might not be the best buy right now. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just a guy on the internet. Please do your own research. Research coins. Look at the 4-year cycle. Look at other YouTubers. There's a lot of great knowledge out there. People that have been in the market longer than me, smarter than me. I've been in since 2017, so I do know some things. But I'm not going to say I know everything or anything like that. It's just I've made a lot of mistakes. The U.S. dollar is looking like it's weakening. It's probably going to continue to weaken. I think this is the scenario we're going to look at over the next couple of years. A fall down, and then maybe they actually take Bitcoin into the U.S. dollar as a reserve currency. I can see something like that happening. Kind of looks like the traditional markets might be a little overheated. I'm surprised to see that. I was looking at a lot of the blockchain stocks, blockchain and mining stocks. They are not looking good. They're looking okay, but they really didn't run today. I would have thought Mara and Hive and those Riot, I would have thought they would have really run. I mean, it didn't go that crazy. Mara, I think, was one of the better performers, but I think Riot. What happened with Riot? Where is it? Bear with me. Here it is. Yeah. Riot didn't do nothing today. Do I have Hive on here? FGH. I don't have Hive. But yeah, a lot of the blockchain stock, there's still value there. I think if you're looking for ways to get into the market through the traditional fashion, I think the blockchain mining stocks might be the way in. Nvidia maybe, but Nvidia is so overheated. CRO token, I can see this thing going to at least $1, maybe even $2 or $3. It's still at a really good, really juicy spot of buying. 10 cents, that's nothing, It's, you get at least 10x. Everything you try to invest in, like if someone was hitting me up about, some other coins, it's like, oh, you might look at 2 or 3x out of that, but you should be looking at 10 and 20x coins. Yeah, see, some of these file coins still juicy. Arweave made a big run. The Filecoin storage data blockchains are kind of a pretty hot narrative. DOT still looking juicy. I mean, it's only when coins start doing what Bitcoin does is when I'd be like, yo, just let these things run. I mean, trying to buy these things now. I mean, yeah, you might still be able to get, a 2x out of this, out of Bitcoin right now. Some people are selling 150, 200K Bitcoin, sure. That's still just a 3x. I just don't know if that's going to happen. If it's going to happen like that. I kind of wonder what Tezos is going to do. Still running up. Steady but surely. H-bar has been on a run. H-bar is looking pretty healthy. A lot of volume coming in. I think H-bar is going to head to $1. Minimally, maybe $2 or $3 by the end of the market. And if you want to be really conservative, it'll just go to a previous all-time high at like 60 cents, 50 cents. But I don't see a reason to be conservative with some of these things. Engine coin is just getting started. Its all-time high was 480, so it's a 10x just at its all-time high. So it's probably a 20x coin. So some of these are just still looking good. They look good. ICP, God knows where this thing could go. I mean, I think it's 10x at least to, 10x coin right there. Link's looking pretty healthy. It could still come all the way back down to like $10 or $11, possibly in a bad situation. But let's see, kind of going up against the gold pocket right now. It's resistance. You might be able to get it like $16, and then I don't think you're probably going to get it much lower than that, unless we get a real nightmare scenario. I think this is probably a 7 to 10x coin. It's pretty solid. Mana, I was kind of curious about this. It's a 10x to its all-time high, basically. Probably a 20x coin. I mean, near is 7x to its all-time high. Probably it's at least 10, 15, 20x coin. Let's see what NVIDIA's doing. Getting some rejection. Still on the run up, but where will it end? The time to have gotten in NVIDIA was down here. Or down here. Buying right here is just doesn't look, it's just not a good look. I want to buy the troughs. The thing about traditional markets, traditional stocks, a healthy stock like this, it'll keep going up on the long term, but it's going to consolidate. I really like Theta, though. Let's take a look at Fear and Greed Index. I know it's extremely greedy. 82. I mean, this is just telling me this thing's ready to consolidate / pullback. I actually put in a short on Bitcoin. Not a big one, just like I'm shorting this and I'm going to wait for probably 50K or 40 something K. And maybe I may now put a long in. Of course, I could liquidate it, but it's a very, Jesus, is this today? What's today's? Pepe is up insanely because Pepe follows Bitcoin and the ordinals. Arweave is another decentralized storage. And there's a lot of buzz about Arweave. And these are going to be the ones I think that are going to really run this cycle. Near, Flare, Fetch AI. Doge went up. That's cool. Arweave. Yeah, I mean, these are the ones that are really going to run without a doubt. This is the monthly Pepe, Jasmine. I'm not familiar with that data. Gala. I mean, I think we're seeing what the hot narratives are going to be. Here's on the yearly. These are very solid. Cash Network. I did start stacking some of that, but it's a little. I don't know. It's a little hot. It's a little too hot. Bonk. That was the meme coin for Solana. Yeah, near render Solana. I do not know what Shield is. What is this? No idea what that is. Is it like Chili's? I don't know. Injective, which is off of Cosmos, Atom. I think Atom Cosmos is like, it's been very quiet. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen there. Stacks, Rune. I mean, I think these are the safe plays right there. But today, yeah, Ordinal, H-Bar, Fetch, and Doge. Yeah. I mean, things are looking definitely hotter. It's definitely heating up in the markets. Let's see what crypto panic is happening out here. Microsoft AI Copilot demands obedience. Skynet near is terrifying. Cryptocurrency market analysis. Ethers rise signals increased risk appetite. Family right. Individual letters to judge asking for lenient sentence. Ugh, that dude sucks. Bitcoin NFTs help Magic Eden Cross. I don't know what that is. Litecoin. I have some Litecoin. I'm waiting for it to pop. Maybe it'll start running. Let's take a look at Litecoin. That was the silver to Bitcoin's gold back in 2019 or 2017, 2018. That was the big narrative, but it really hasn't done much. And then the Litecoin Foundation kind of fell apart from what I saw. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And I think Ripple is getting ready to run too. But let's take a look. Take a look at Litecoin. LTC. Wait, I should already have it on here. LTC. Yeah, I mean, it's in this giant kind of formation here. I mean, I think it's like a 5 or 6x coin. I kind of want to wait for it to really start running, and it's probably getting ready to. It's in one of these consolidation patterns, so it's probably getting ready to run. It might run pretty hard, like 150, might double in price. I could see that. It looks primed, or I mean, if it doesn't, it's probably going to at least follow this up before it goes up. Yeah, price target probably around 370. Now, if it comes up and breaks out of this, that'd be awesome. But more than likely, it'll probably hit this, fall back down, then maybe the next cycle it'll break out of this giant thing. Hard to say. Nasdaq's ripping. Stocks may cool off here pretty soon, but usually they'll run probably till about April or May, and then there's the whole like sell in May, go away until September basically. So we're probably looking at something like that. We'll probably keep on running with the stock market for another month or two, but we may get a little March volatility down. Let's see. I don't like BNB, but it might do all right. I just don't like the company. It's hard to work with. Yeah. Anyways, it's exciting. These are great times. These are great days. I just want to show also my kind of like portfolio holdings as of more recently. It's not this one. Is it that one? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just like basically my breakdown. I've had this portfolio longer than this shows, but this is basically my. Let's see this thing. I think I basically created the portfolio, like put the numbers in 3 months ago. But I've been in the market longer. But just in the last 3 months, I'm up 34%. I'm up about probably 100% since the beginning of the bear market. Yeah, I thought I'd started this a lot earlier. But yeah, I do have honestly, I really don't have this much Bitcoin. I've actually converted it into a lot of other things. I need to update that. But I definitely have like my biggest holdings are like Algorand, Near Protocol, Cardano, Ethereum. I do have a lot of Ethereum, Hedera HBAR, Cosmos. You know, how many coins is that? And I definitely have a lot of other ones. I mean, I probably have about 70 coins. Um, the majority, like my top 20 or 30 coins, are like my heavy hitters. Again, I've been here since 2017, so I have a lot more coins. I've had a lot more time to accumulate. And again, that's not financial advice, but last cycle, I mean, I had probably 100, 120 coins, and I put like $100, $200, $300 into some of them. And yeah, it'd run, but I couldn't manage them. And you couldn't get the gain. I mean, okay, so you get $100, get a 10x, it's $1,000. That's great money, but it'd been better if you had $500 or $1,000, but $1,000 and you get a 10x, that's a $10,000. It's just a better number to work with when you're transferring money. There's fees, and then there's just the mental capacity to handle all of those 100 and something coins. It's just too much. So it's best to consolidate, have 2 or 3 coins of each narrative that you believe in, and then try to chase those narratives. I think that's a good run. I think gaming and metaverse are going to be huge, and AI, obviously. And AI, I don't know, it's really big because of like it being used. I think it's just because everyone's talking about it. But I don't know if it's really being used yet. So it's just more of the narrative, speculative narrative. What's being used is Bitcoin, Ethereum. What are actually being used? Chainlink, exchange tokens, sure. Um, Memes as a joke. NFTs. I mean, I think that there's use case with a lot of these things. But is AI actually being used yet? I don't know. Meta, and the gaming tokens are being used. Render, obviously there's some things that are being used. So just don't oversaturate. Make sure you're like keeping an eye on everything if you can. But I want to jump off here. I'm gonna get some dinner. But thanks for stopping by. Sorry it's been so long since I checked in. Just be ready for a pullback and some volatility. Like I really don't see Bitcoin. If we do get another rise up, I think the max would be 70K, 69, 70K. Even then, all right, I want to jump on this real quick. I just think this is probably about topped out. I really do. And we had a lot of volume come in, and that's a ton of buying volume, no doubt about it. But do we have bearish divergence yet? Sorry, 1 second. So we had bearish divergence, and now we no longer have bearish divergence. It's just a pretty strong cycle. We're like right here, maybe. Like we just had our second. I'm kind of curious about time projection here, real quick. Date range. If we're maybe on the second peak, we may only, if this is going to be how it runs, we may only have another year left. We really may only have another year left if it's a left translation. We really need this thing to come down and chill the hell out. If we don't, it's fine. It's just be ready. Be ready. Anyone want to jump off here? Thanks for stopping through. And huddle on. Peace.